ask God for their wishes. They treat them like Merlin. They can tell that the coach put the starter in. They outside it cause I got the upper hand. He counted me, got me. I was swimming in the belly of the beast. And what y'all not gonna do is talk about my singing, okay? Y'all, but pause, cause you're not gonna talk about my singing. No, my rear view can't compare to what God will do in my life.
Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father, didn't pull out.
What's up, y'all? It's Bree, and welcome back to my channel. I'm really not good with intros, so that's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, share, all the good things. Excuse you. As you can see by today's title, I'm going to be talking all about my transition away from secular music. I'm choosing to have a relationship with God on my own free will. I go to church now of my own free will, and I've been through a lot. If you watched my last video, then you would know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, I'll just catch you up to speed. Basically, I am a unaliving yourself survivor, okay? On more than one occasion, and I just truly felt like God was trying to tell me that, like, I'm not done with you. And I just really felt like that last time, God really was like, no, babes, like, you're supposed to be here. Stop playing in my face. And I was like, all right, you got it. And I just really had to start being more honest and open with the Lord. She go sit down, okay? But yeah, after all of that, I just felt even more compelled to grow my relationship with God. I was exposed to like a Christian R&B playlist. It's because I started watching Christian YouTubers, so like Ashley Hetherington, Melody Alyssa, Deborah B. And then after watching them for a while, I got suggested like a Christian R&B playlist. And so I'm like, okay, let's listen to it. And let me tell you something. If you listen to Christian hip-hop and Christian R&B, it really does sound a lot like the regular mainstream music that we're listening to, except the messages are more positive. The messages are about God. The messages are about people and stories in the Bible. The messages are about how you can apply what's in the Bible to your life and stuff like that. And honestly, it's just so much more invigorating. It makes me feel more upbeat and alive when I'm listening to music. Like, there are frequencies in music. Let's not act like there's not. And I'm not about to get into conspiracy theories because that's not what this video is about. But I'm sure that there are probably some subliminal messages in some of the secular music that we listen to. So I feel like since I've transitioned more away from like the mainstream music and more into just like specifically Christian music, I have noticed just even like a shift in myself. So we are going to talk about my transition, and we're gonna play some of the songs that I like the most. And yeah, let's just vibe out. This is not a super hard like transition if you, I don't know, if you just really feel convicted. At the end of the day, you should do whatever you are called to do. I am not here to tell anybody how to worship, how to be a Christian, how to X, Y, and Z. Like, no. I'm just telling you my own story of transition and how it's really not that difficult, and I want to give you guys suggestions on music that sounds like regular mainstream music. Also, I have playlists. I will link them down below. But yeah, let's get into this because I feel like I have talked more than enough. So in starting my transition, like I said, I got exposed to some YouTube videos that were like Christian R&B playlists, and the very first one I heard, I was like, oh yeah, period. I like that. I like that. And honestly, I just kept going from there and going from there. And I have found so much music. Like, my playlists are like hours upon hours long. When it comes down to transitioning, there's really not like an easy step-by-step guide per se. But we just gonna try to make one up. This is only if you so choose and feel called to, okay? This is what I felt called to do, so this is what I did. He just wants to be in here so bad. And don't get me wrong, yes, I do still listen to some mainstream music. I'm not gonna sit here and like act like I don't. And I do sometimes use like mixes of mainstream music in my videos, but even with that, I've been really trying harder to find more like jazz, lo-fi, more just kind of like beats. I still listen to mainstream music. It's just that I listen to it way less now. Like, whereas before, you know, I could go work out and I'm listening to like the new rap playlist on Apple Music or something like that, and I'm just letting it play. No, I just don't really do that too much anymore. First step that I would say is, one, go look up a Christian R&B playlist, okay? And then look up like a Christian hip hop playlist and just give it a listen. I will even link some down below, but just give it a listen so you can kind of get a feel for your vibe, because honestly, if you like R&B, there's Christian R&B. You like more like Afro beats, there's Christian like Afro music. After you go ahead and you take the time out to actually listen to some of the playlists, y'all, okay? You gotta listen to the music. Please, listen to the music. Once you listen to it, if you so choose, if you feel called to then start listening to that more, which is what happened to me, then the next step I would say is to create a playlist. And that's what made it easiest for me. So first, because this is when I first got into it, I first created a playlist that had a little bit of everything on it. It had like Christian R&B, it had Christian hip hop, all types of stuff. And after a while of like listening to that, it was very good. I'ma still link it down below. It's a very good playlist. But I then wanted my playlist to be more targeted, which then brings me into step 3. Once you have your first playlist made and you get a feel for like the vibe and sound that you want to hear when it comes to the Christian music that you're listening to, then I would say break that off into other playlists. So for me, I have like a playlist that has everything on. I have a playlist for old school gospel worship music, so like J Moss, Marvin Sapp, you know, John P. Key, Fred Hammond, those type of people. And then I have like my modern day like praise and worship playlist, which is like my holy soft girl era playlist and my worship hip hop playlist. And I have favorite rappers like Hovey and Aaron Cole, and they have like their own essentials playlist on Apple Music, and I favorite those. And then like the more you get into the music, the more you start finding what you like. Then I would say that takes me into step 4. If you start getting sick of the music that you keep listening to over and over, you can create radio stations on Apple Music. I'm not gonna speak to Spotify because I genuinely do not know how it works. I do know that there are Christian playlists on Spotify. You can find plenty of them, and other Christian YouTubers, they do have those playlists and they link them down below. I'm just personally an Apple Music girly, so that's what I'm gonna use, that's what I'm gonna stick to, that's what I'm gonna link. I'm so sorry to the Spotify girlies. I then go and make radio stations, which then exposes you to more Christian R&B and Christian hip hop and Christian alternative R&B and Christian Afro beats. Like, you just have to put yourself in a space to receive it. And I was never in a place or whatever, or a space where I was just open to receiving that, which is probably why I never come across it. Once I started taking my relationship with God way more seriously, I was like, okay, this music, it's hitting, it's resonating. And once you make a playlist, the nice thing is Apple will continue to like suggest you songs to put on the playlist. Now, some of those song suggestions are not gonna be gospel, not gonna be Christian music at all. You just have to, you know, listen to the songs, listen to the preview, and make sure like you're actually putting the correct thing on the playlist. Now that I've gone through the steps, it's really not too complex. If you so choose, if you feel compelled, I do feel like you should watch just a few, just even if it's just one. Try to find a Christian vlogger, y'all. I don't know how else to say it, but that's something that really opened the door for me. Having young people talk about God and Jesus and talk about it in such a relatable way, in a way that relates to our trials and tribulations more, like, it just really puts the Bible into a different perspective. And then I feel like I grew up on a King James version of the Bible, and now I know that there are so many different versions of the Bible. Get into the Bible. The easy to read version, the amplified version, I think the Christian Standard version. Those are really good versions for if the King James version really just like, you be like, what the heck is it talking about? Because at the end of the day, there's no point in reading the Bible if you don't understand what it's saying, because you're not going to get the message. So you need to go find a Bible that is written in a way where you can actually understand the word so that you can apply it to your life. So once all those steps are done, okay, you now have your Christian playlists. And with that being said, we can now get into my playlists, okay? Because getting into my playlists is where the fun is gonna happen. So, as you can see, some of the playlists, don't mind that rap life, okay? I know it's there. All right? I said that I don't listen to secular music all the time. I never said I didn't listen to it at all. On the Radar with Drake and Central C, still hands down one of my favorite songs, okay? Cuss words and all. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Do I listen to that song more than I listen to songs about the word? No, I don't. When I go to the gym, I be listening to Christian music. So I have Praise the Lord Almighty. This is all of my like older music. I do have a couple of like newer songs on here because this is when I very first that needs to be deleted. This is when I very first started getting into like Christian music, period. This is what this playlist looks like, but now that you've seen like the old school worship type playlist, let's get into the new one. This is my Moving by Faith playlist. I have placed my rainbow in the clouds. It is the sign of my covenant with you and with all the earth. Genesis 9:13. And that is what I have as the cover photo. I feel like this is a very good modern praise and worship playlist. It is 6 hours and 22 minutes long. So if you need some praise and worship, okay, add it. It'll be below. It'll be linked below. You should add it because it's very good. We're gonna now get into the playlist that I listen to all the time. Let me go to my top 2 playlists. My top 2 playlists that I listen to pretty consistently are the Holy Soft Girl era and then the worship hip hop. We can get into the Holy Soft Girl era first and I can kind of explain what that's about. I watch Ashley Hetherington, and she does videos that are like that holy girl morning routine. Love that concept. Like, I really do. It's not about necessarily the aesthetics. It's not about you trying to be the Pinterest board version of that girl, trying to emulate what a whole bunch of these influencers got going on. Like, it's not about that at all. That holy girl routine is literally about cultivating a morning routine with God. And it truly inspired me. Now, my morning routine, I ain't got it down pat yet at all, okay, whatsoever. But I'm working on it. I have like my daily scriptures and stuff like that. I read my Bible, but I want to further add it to my routine. And so with all of that being said, I was like, okay, I want to be that holy girl. I wanted to like really enter my holy soft girl era. Like, I really want to live a soft life. I want to be at peace, not just happy. I want to be at peace, and you only get true peace through the Lord. We're gonna play some of my favorite songs. Ooh, should we like sing them too? Just trying to have like a slow, soft morning. Sometimes I just like to listen to this playlist and just vibe by myself. And I listen to this in the car. I listen to this when I'm taking showers. I listen to this when I'm cleaning. It's just like a way to move throughout my home and move throughout life. And whether I'm having like, you know, a normal regular moment, I'm super hype, I'm kind of sad, I'm just kind of like, you know, neutral, there's some form of praise always going on, kind of like in my background. And I like that. I really do like that. I'm not gonna cap, I'm the type of girl, before I work out, I definitely pray. If I go to the gym, I'm sitting there like, you know, Father God, da 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 da. I like to say prayers before I work out, and I'm just telling God like, hey, it's you and me. We about to go in there and we about to get it, okay? We about to get this work out in. We about to sweat, okay? And that's just how I be having to hype myself up. Now, my second playlist that I listen to all the time, especially when I'm in the gym and or outside, is my worship hip hop playlist and the Bible verse that I have. For this one is, Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. 2 Peter 3:9. I'm sorry if I read it weird. The way I have it colored, it makes it just a little bit hard for me to read, but that's besides the point. I like to pick like verses that really resonate with me to be like the covers of my playlist, because I want the whole playlist to eat from cover all the way down to the last song, okay? I even think I put a description for one of these. Like, stop playing with me. I'm gonna just go through some of my favorite songs. Wanted Freestyle, Walk, Beautiful, Sinful, that's my ish. One Enemy, Go Jehovah. Some of the hip-hop songs, they could be R&B-esque, but they just give me a little more hype, so I put them on here. I do want to like make some changes to my playlist, so it'll be getting updated. If you so choose to download my playlist, you will get the like constant updates, so be on the lookout for those. Now that we're at the very end of the video, let's have a little, you know what I'm saying, like jam session. So we're going to go into my Holy Soft Girl era playlist, and we're gonna do some of these songs. I'm trying to think of songs that like I really, you know what, let's start with this song right here. Okay, this song went viral on social media. Okay, this is a Christian R&B song. You listen to it, and because it went so viral, you assume that it's just regular mainstream secular music, and that's not the case. So I'm gonna play the song. Please, 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 before I tell y'all what the name of the song is, tell me if you know the song. Tell me if you know this song.
Think I left my sweater back at your house.
Everything you do, how you call my name. Sunday afternoon, gotta make it rain. What is it you see in me? You keep your schedule free for me. This kind of love is free in me. And you mean to tell me y'all was really just all using that song, not understanding what it was about? Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. And if you don't know what song it is, that's Bloom by Aquila. I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce it. It's Aquila. I really genuinely feel like that spells Aquila. So we just gonna go with that. If I'm wrong, somebody comment down below and let me know. Another song that I have on here, this is not like a super known song or anything like this, but it's a good song. Like when I'm in my feels, but I need something like more modern. Like I needed to really hit me, but at the same time, I needed to like resonate kind of with like the modern issues I'm having. Anyways, let's get into it.
Carrying all of the world on my shoulders, and it's gotten too heavy for me. One thing after the other. I don't always know what to say. All I know is something happened. I know I can reach you when I call your name. You're never too busy for me. You're never too busy for me.
And what y'all not gonna do is talk about my singing, okay? Y'all, but pause, because you're not gonna talk about my singing. But literally, that's literally verse 1 in the chorus. I have goosebumps. I just literally had goosebumps. Y'all don't understand. This song does something for me. I have listened to this playlist. I have sat here and cried my eyes out. I tried to have a good mix of like upbeat music and like very much like slow sentimental. This song makes me so happy. Let me go get my freaking speaker, because actually I'm just sitting here like this isn't really giving. I don't know how well y'all could hear the music, but it wasn't given for me.
For all of the things that you've done for me, when I look at everything you had done for me, I just want to give you all the praise. Praise. 365 days you woke me up. 365 days you woke me up.
First of all, do y'all hear? Do y'all hear what these sound like? It sounds like regular music, but it's about the Lord. What? How you not liking it? This one kind of reminds me a little bit more of like of what gospel sounds like, kind of, but also like
I'm closing chapters, I'm turning pages, and on my rear view can't compare to what God will do in my life.
hey, what she said?
She taught me well. Forget your failures and forgive yourself. Finally decided what you do in my life.
And my speaker's about to die. So let's get into. I'm trying to figure out what songs to play, y'all, because there's so many good ones. I was swimming in the belly of the beast. Nothing ain't God, I got a testimony. Testimony, it's my testimony. Since my speaker is about to die, I'm literally sweating, and I feel like the video is already super long. I'm trying so hard not to have super long videos because 1, people's attention span is short as hell, and 2, I'm part of those people and I have to edit this. If you want to hear some more of the good songs on my playlist, first and foremost, go watch my other videos so that you can get a preview of what they sound like, okay? And then, after you do that, you should subscribe. And then after you do that, you should go save the playlist and you should listen to it and you should let it really touch your heart, okay? I'm for real. That was not a joke. This is literally the Christian like hip hop song that really got me going. I love this song. It is so relatable. If you have watched my previous video, you will understand why I like this song so much when I sing it. If you don't, then that's okay. Everybody not supposed to catch subliminals, baby. I'm not mad. This is gonna be the last song, so make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If you download my playlist, please comment down below and let me know. If you guys like any of these songs, please comment down below and let me know. If y'all have different songs, please comment down below and let me know. And honestly, if you just want to tell me a secret, I don't care. Go ahead, comment it down below and let me know. So, without further ado, this is my last little bit of my non-alcoholic wine by Toast. I don't drink anymore. If you are on a journey to no longer drinking, Toast is a great alternative. I'm gonna speak into existence that they're gonna sponsor me one of these days, okay? I'm saying that right now with 20 subscribers, okay? But whatever.
Who the most simple of all, and maybe me. That's why love always turns into hating me. All these choices I'm not no one making me. I look back at how far I done came. I can't even complain cause somehow I'm still low. Cause you argue with God, I just shut up and know that they only use God for their wishes. They treat them like Merlin.
I work polo, but I do not horseplay.
In my word, that's a double-edged sword play. They can tell that the coach put the starter in. They all salty cause I got the upper hand. I can't even complain cause somehow I'm still low. Wait, some people I left trying to break down my wrong way. Ironic, my interest. I can't hide who I am. I get high on a Sunday and turn on the sermon. Be mixing the coke in the ground in the back of suburban. I looked at the facts and it's what I determined. You turn up and turn to a whole nother person. I turn up, I get lit and walk in my purpose.
What you do? What you do?